Alibi, folks, alibi. So I know when you in the video you're about to watch, it's not going to show what I'm about to show you right now, and that is this very weird. Because this is the second one that I opened. The first one I opened was fine. This is the head that it came with, but this, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's noticeably glossier, or like leftover, whatever the heck. It's just very much. I I don't know if it shows on camera, but in real life, it's clearly cataract that he's got on his face. I don't know if I wipe it. If I wipe it with alcohol, it'll clear up. But man, yeah, it's super white. I don't know if it's the finish that they use or whatever, but there's this extra layer of white film on this one that I just opened up. So yeah, just be cognizant of that when you looking through your stuff. And I don't know, for the paint experts out there, um, is this something that can be fixed? Like with a little bit of something, or is this just going to look like this? I don't know. Anyways, folks, you know, I just wanted to bring it up. Onto the video, but not just yet, because this one also has this from the same thing, had a little bit more uh cataract on it too. For this one, there's like, it's not just the black one, it even has it on this one. Like, oh, hang on, this way I could describe it, so I could just put it to you together so you could see one clearly has much more facial on it. Ah, man, but I'm hoping that I could just wipe it clean or something, or I don't know if it's, unless that's just the way it is, right? I don't know. But I'll give it a gander, and I'll, if something changes, I'll do a follow-up video. I'll revisit it. Okay. All right, folks, for real, on to the next, onto the video. Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector. And in this segment of 1 to Scale Military Action Figures Takes, I'm showcasing the Valaverse Action Force Series 05 number 12 Ghost Operator Troop Builder. So yeah, just like the last video I had, I bought 2 of these bad boys, right? Because I'm a troop builder. That's how I roll. And it looked like, I did the package test, to see if the blister was thing, and yeah, it came like this. Except this time, it looks like it was just kind of on the rip side versus adhesive side. So this one was fine, right? For the came really good. But good thing for you guys that I was gonna open these guys anyway. But for the blister collectors, the ones that keep mint on card, might not be popular. But enough about them. It's about us. All right, here we go. Action Force. This is not like the Crimson Shadow one. This is Action Force again. The Ghost Operator. Okay, before the formation of Action Force, the Republic Territory Forces were the only line of defense. New Colonia was only starting to swallow up the other republics, but they were seen as potentially larger, as a potentially larger threat than what was being played out on in the media. Senior RTG officials needed a way to infiltrate New Colonia to see their next targets. This initiative was started with the Ghost Operators. Highly skilled Special Forces operatives were chosen to lead these dangerous missions. These missions started out as intel gathering operations, but quickly grew to target elimination ops. The Ghost Operators have been an integral in opposition against New Colonia. With Action Force entering the fray, it has allowed the Ghost Operators greater mission success now that New Colonia's eyes is fixed elsewhere. So yes, you're too smooth to ask, because he's Ghost operator. Ghost operator. Here we go. Yeah, 2 action points. And yeah. Well, let's take them out of the package and let's have fun. And having some fun now. Yay! He comes with the standard desert stand. And okay, the cups. The cup hand comes with his battery of 8 different hands, 2 already attached, and the other 6 just in the package. All right, here we go. All right. Yeah, I got 2 because I want one in black and the other in white. Just like to troop build with variety. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. So I'm not going to front. My serious issue with this is that I wish that it had boots instead of these shoes. I'm not a big fan of these shoes. I was a boot guy. You know what I'm saying? The shin boots or whatever they call it, the shin cut legs. Yeah, not my thing. The good news is, at least it does provide a little bit of variety, but I would not have been opposed to the boot on, the boot cut on this. I'm hoping at some point that they do a character with this kind of color scheme with these kind of boots still, though, because I definitely trade them out if I could. But that's just me, guys. I know that a lot of you guys love the unbloused boots and just have it, kind of stick out, not bloused at all. You're now bloused. Comes with a. Yeah, let me just get. Yeah, that's the thing about this. We will fall out depending on. Well, yeah, as you can see, the physics. You know what I mean? The physics. You just fall out. Yeah. Let's see if this guy's got cataract. Yeah, it's not too bad. He doesn't have that much cataract. But it is still kind of glassy. All right. Glassy Carter. All right, here we go. And his Kevlar with the quads. And you have silver weapons. He's not much different really from the Crimson one, except the Crimson one definitely has that thing right there, while this one does not. The Unknown Trooper. Uh-oh. Let me see if I got this. We're gonna see. Well, that was bizarre. The elbows were in completely. Yeah, you guys saw that. That was wild. All right. So it does come with a flash suppressor right there. And of course, the holster goes in. That goes with the pistol that goes in here. I heated up the last one because it was hard to put in. So yeah, I'm going to heat this one too, just so I don't struggle to put it in. I know that was super quick, but believe it or not, I did heat it up. And look, watch how it just goes in like easily, or if that's even a word. Much more easy at ease. But if you also notice that the thing kind of the bump that just took place there, you know what I mean? Kind of wild. All right, let me focus this for y'all so you guys can see better. This Kevlar, right? Let me bring this up just a little bit more. I'll bring it back down so you guys can get a better angle at this, right? And you see me put his there you go, night vision goggles, right? His nods. This one was a lot more straight than the last set. Like, see, these ones got more googly not as aligned, but this one is hecka more aligned. You know what I'm saying? See? Versus this, see? Googly. Googly. All right, cool. Um, yeah. I appreciate y'all for, you know, watching and then supporting me, guys. I really do. I'm trying to. It's bizarre. Like I go through a crisis of trying to figure out how to go, because believe me, my natural tendency is to be much more wild than what you guys see on TV. But as a Christian, I got to present myself in a more, you know, fitting manner, not so wild, you know, as I represent more than just myself these days. Anyways, but yeah, it's a good look. I love the way that it comes with a what appears to be like a M2409 ish kind of weapon. M2409, I forget. My memory is trash. All them sodas that I, gosh dang, that sodas I drank make me forget what things are anymore. So yeah, I may have to give him this hand just so they could cup it. Right? You can't cup it with this hand, but yeah, it comes with the trigger. So just stand by as I make that happen for y'all too. All right. So I heated it up, and that was a much easier to take out. And here comes the support hand, the cupping hand, right? Since he's using this kind of weapon, it makes sense for him to use the cupping hand. Oh, oh yeah. Let me see if I could get him to shoulder his rifle, which is good. I'm glad that they shortened the buttstock so it's able so now he's able to shoulder it better. You know. Now, to be fair, I'm very terrible at this. I only do the sideway profile because it looks good, but the truth is, it's kind of hard to do the right angle to make him look like he's actually shouldering it properly with some figures. In this case, this is probably the closest thing to accurate that I can think of that I've ever done uh, a stock anything on, right? Like I know you're supposed to be much closer when you're actually. So this is the closest, and I think this is pretty gosh dang accurate. Nose to the, yeah. Well, it's been a while since I qualified for rifles, but you guys get the picture. Yeah, this thing looks freaking amazing. And next, side to side with the Crimson Shadow Trooper. It's a gosh dang good look too. Now, let's see. Again, the problem is for me again is I really wish that they did with the boots, but this is not hateful. It's just that for me, I don't know. It just feels like I cannot get the stance that I want with these kind of shoes. It's the problem. The same kind of problem I had with Senshi a little bit, but I don't know. It's just me. I know that the rest of you in the fandom are really good with action figures and stuff, and I'm just some guy that will, people will accuse me of hating Valaverse, but that's not true. If I did, I wouldn't have been buying none of this stuff. I love it. Just kind of wish that they had this boots. You know what I mean? That's just my only thing. Yeah. Dang, this thing looks freaking good. See what I mean? Let's see. I think I have another one for you guys to see. So here's the other. I opened up the other one for y'all, as you guys can see in the thumbnails of the video on that one anyway too. So yeah, look at this side by side. These things look freaking good. I didn't pick up the Mariner ones, the naval guys, because they didn't have much gear on. And dude, I just don't like Yeah, if I was going to tolerate the no boot situation, this is the only situation that I think I would have cared more about. I don't know. I might change my mind later on. Who knows? But you know, time has a way of softening my stances on certain things. You know, possibly even hardening them. But for the most part, I would say that I'd say it softens me up because now the more I look at this, the less that it bothers me. But when it was first offered, I was like, dude, no, not so bad. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Yeah, yeah. So final thoughts. Just I like it. It's a win. You can't go wrong with this kind of camo, and you could use this with Night Force anybody. Let's do the congruency test just so you guys can kind of understand what I mean by that. See, the closest thing to a Night Force character I got is our guy Shockwave. So they look like they could be in the same kind of unit, right? Um, although I gotta say that this paint job might be a little makes him look not so professional. You know what I mean? This one looking a hella more realistic, which it's whatevs. But still congruency, right? Color congruency. Um, the yellow on this Night Force situation is a little too bright with the yellowish, but still you could play it off. This guy's not a main character anyway. This guy is the support, or you can make him the alpha. It's just that he's all messed up. Anywho, but yeah, no. See what I mean? You can't go wrong because again, this thing looks good enough to go with anything. You know what I mean? Like they could be buddies, and you can't go wrong with them with other Valaverse figures too. You know what I mean? Especially Night Ops, Steel Brigade, that kind of thing. All right, folks. Well, this is all I got for this segment of One to Scale Military Action Figures Takes the uh, Action Force number 512 Ghost Operator. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the Casual Collector. And until the next video, folks, ciao.